Mennään kysyä sieltä Pottsdamilta. Mrs. Pottsdamilta. Päästäänkö me kattoo sitä Steffiä?
Have you flossed today?
No se kyllä vähän näyttää meidän mutsilta.
Well, Stephanie is grounded, Steve.
Why?
I'm sure I don't know. Mr. Pottsdam has sent her to a room, and in her room she'll stay until Mr. Pottsdam says otherwise. Probably until the wedding.
Tell me about this wedding.
Well, it's set for 3 weeks. We're holding it over at Shady Oaks, Mr. Moynihan's funeral parlor.
Say what?
Now, I know it's not a very romantic place, but there's nowhere else to hold it, thanks to Mr. Pottsdam. Mr. Moynihan runs the Wayward Hotel and the Shady Oaks funeral parlor. It's rumored he has connections with the lodge, but the order keeps that kind of thing secret. So Mr. Pottsdam has tried to get him to put in a good word for his lodge application, but so far...
What can you tell me about the lodge?
Just that they're exclusive and secretive. If you're curious, you ought to pick up a lodge application at the post office and take it over to the Sergeant-at-Arms. Isn't that a thought? Forget Mr. Pottsdam. If you became a member of the order, we could hold the wedding inside the lodge. My, wouldn't that be lovely?
No olishan se ihanaa, mutta ei nyt.
You mustn't be too hard on Mr. Pottsdam, Steve. He's a disappointed man. No matter how many lodge admission forms he fills out, they keep turning him down.
Voi.
He has a new application in, though, so keep your fingers crossed. If he joins the lodge, you and Stephanie can have your wedding in the Chapel of Love, rather than over at Moynihan's place.
No sehän on rauhoittavaa, että me saatais lotkasta paikkaa.
Give my regards to your parents.
Joo. Mennään sinne yläkertaan kattoo mitä.
Sorry. You'll have to...
Ai eikä me kysyttykään. Mä luulen, että me kysyttiin se.
Hello, dear.
Yes please.
She's upstairs. Go right on up. Just remember, she's grounded until the wedding.
Bye.
Give my regards to your parents.
Okay. Vessa. Purdy. Aha, mitä? Jaaha. Mr. Pottsdam. Tää on niin väärin. Oikeesti. Ei! Get a helch. This aspirin should do the trick. Auto loop, great for getting in and out of tight spots. 1 hour cough medicine. No se vois varmaan... Nee. En tiedä mihin sitten. Not to be you speaking kyykiistä. Sitä me ehkä voidaan vielä tarvita. Hyvällä säkällä. Tampon. Better ask Stephanie about. Mitä ne ovat? No johan on kaikenlaista. Floss. 300 yards. 300 yardsia. And AIDS. Okay. And the rubber ducky has been seen better days. Joo. Tallennetaan ennen kuin hätäännytään. No niin, tervepä terve.
Who are you? What are you doing in my room?
Haven't you heard? We're getting married.
So, you're the one. Steve, isn't it?
You mean
Nätti tyttö.
you don't know me?
I mean, I don't know anyone. I don't remember anything. How many times do I have to say it?
Just one, Stephanie, because I can't remember a damn thing either.
Really? Oh God, I thought it was just me.
You're not alone. Can you tell me what's going on here?
Those people downstairs have locked me in my room. They say I'm grounded until the wedding.
Those people.
They claim to be my parents. I can't dispute it because I can't remember for sure one way or the other, but
No se on hyvä, että tää nainen on meidän kanssa nyt sitten myös sellainen, joka ei tiedä mistään mitään.
do you have any idea where you do belong?
No, but I'm fairly sure I don't belong in Harvest.
Yeah. I can't remember anything, but I feel in my heart that the woman downstairs is not my mother. She's like this thing, like a parody. A bad joke with mother as the punchline.
Mitä?
Does that make any sense?
No ei.
I guess. Sometimes I think I've lost my mind.
Join the club. But we can't both be crazy, Stephanie.
Either way, something really weird is going on here. I've got to escape, and so do you. Because in a way, whether you know it or not, I think we're both grounded. It's been hell. They treat me well, but they won't let me leave this room. Not even to go out in the yard. Not until the wedding.
They won't tell you why?
Each one blames the other for grounding me. They make up different excuses. Different things I did, none of which I remember. So I sit up here, watch the world outside my window, and listen to the noises in the house. Every morning, a weird boy comes to the house and picks up the paper. He doesn't deliver the paper. He picks up scrap paper that Miss Pottsdam sets out on the porch for him. Some mornings she forgets, and the boy gets furious. Gives me the creeps.
Anything else you can tell me?
Postinkantaja Jesse on vähän
I hear these weird
outo.
scraping sounds in the bathroom sometimes. Like something is sliding along the wall. Claws, maybe. And Mr. Pottsdam. I don't like the way my dear daddy looks at me.
No uskon.
Both of them are always watching me. Especially him.
Tiesit sä, että sulla on reikä tossa
I think
seinässä,
this
että se
whole
kattelee
place is
sua.
dangerous. I think we've got to escape. Before it's too late.
Joo, mustakin vähän tuntuu.
Escape?
Harvest is a prison, Steve. Don't forget that. Of course I'm right.
Aha, Lotke.
Everything in Harvest seems to revolve around this damned lodge. This Order of the Harvest Moon. They're responsible for this insane bake sale that's coming, and for the Harvest Blood Drive, too. When people talk about the lodge, it's always in this hushed, reverent tone. Mom keeps telling me that women can't join, but she keeps pressuring me to get you to join.
She's not the only one who wants me to sign on with the lodge.
That's probably the worst thing you could do.
You think the lodge is some kind of trap?
I think all of Harvest is a trap.
That's true. Maybe joining the lodge is the way out.
Look, why not explore the town a little? I can't get out of here, but if I could, that's what I'd do. Maybe you can figure out what's happening here without going anywhere near the lodge.
You're really afraid of the lodge, aren't you?
I look at that building, all lit up at night, and I get scared.
I mean, look at the damn thing. Seem like a harmless bunch of Masons to you?
Oh.
Maybe my amnesia isn't total after all. You're familiar to me. Like we've met before. In another life.
Maybe we really do live here. Maybe we were together, and the same thing happened to both of us. An accident. something.
Neither of us has bumps on our heads, if that's what you're getting at.
Have you been able to remember anything else? Anything at all?
Well, I have had these recurring dreams. Just fragments, really. Strange, abstract images. Liquid, chrome.
Probably just a dream.
Well, have you thought about how to escape Harvest?
No eipä oikeastaan tullut.
The wedding is only 3 weeks away. Not much time to get to know each other, is it?
Suddenly the idea of wedding doesn't seem so bad.
Thanks. But I wouldn't marry anyone with things, you know, as they are.
Yeah, well, they can't force us to go through with it. If it comes down to it, we just won't take the vow.
I don't think anything in Harvest is that simple. Too many people are determined that we get hitched.
Why?
Pottsdam wants the meat your father promised him.
No.
Your parents want to force you to settle down. Mrs. Pottsdam wants to have the wedding in the lodge. Me? I just want to escape.
Escape?
Harvest,
Joo. Sehän me kysyttiin.
come back and
Bye.
visit me soon.
Ai niin, muhan piti kysyä niistä tampooneista.
Are you making some kind of point?
Well... No. Okei. Se antoi vinkkeliä vähän, että...
If it isn't my...
Liha on ilmeisesti tälle miehelle suhteellisen tärkeää. Mennäs katsomaan. Lotke. Tää on.
Only initiates may enter the hall of the Order of the Harvest Moon.
Did you say something?
I did not speak, but my mind touched yours.
Telepathy. But how?
Only those who seek enlightenment warrant my attention. Do you hunger for true knowledge?
What kind of knowledge?
Forbidden knowledge, the forgotten pleasures, and pleasures as yet undiscovered. But such is not for the likes of you. Not yet. You must first fill out an application to be considered for initiation into the mysteries. Applications are available at the post office.
Post office, okay.
Master Boyle disseminates them to the uninitiated. I do not sully my hands.
Then I just fill it out and return it to you, or what?
You may find it difficult to obtain an application. You will no doubt need to find some way to persuade Postmaster Boyle to give you $100 a month, as it is against his rules. When you do, however, bring it to me, and if you are worthy, you will be put to the test.
Okei, meidän pitää Boylea vähän niinku hämätä niin sanotusti, että se antaa meille sen applicationin, eli hakemuksen tonne kerran kattoo. Lodgeen. Niin. Hakemuksen lodgeen. Mikä? The woman. A blind woman is trying to read her mail. Well.
Yes?
I need some help. Mr.
Postmaster Boyle, what can I do for you today?
Tarvisin lodge
I'm
application.
sorry, youngster, we're out of applications right now.
No voi
Come
hait.
on. You must have one around here somewhere.
Well, I do have the master, but you can't write on that. And I only make copies once a month, on the button, regular as clockwork. Afraid not, son. You can't get them anywhere but the post office.
Joo, niin se
I'm
kertoo.
sorry, you'll just have to come back in a month, same as anyone else.
Nah.
And even then, I can't guarantee you'll get an application. The line is always long, and there are never enough to go around.
It's very important that I get in quickly.
That's what they all say. Postmaster Boyle, I'll just die if I don't get into the lodge. I can't make an exception, young man. Just wouldn't be right.
No.
Next time you post, don't forget the zip code.
Nyt meidän täytyy vaan harhauttaa se jotenkin. Tai niin. No keksiä joku jäynä, että se antaa meille. Mennään sitten kattoo, kun se yksi puhu siitä. Täällä oli Meat Plant. Otas. Niin Edna's Dinerikin oli siinä se ravintola. Mistä se puhuu oikein? Newspaper building. Muistaaks, täällä oli jotain. Ashes. Mikä se on? Lapio. Otetaan lapio. Nothing. Tyhjältä näyttää. Mun mielestä täällä piti olla jotain. Niin joo, hydrandit on kyllä kunnossa, vaikka koko rakennus palo. Mennään katsomaan Meat Planttia. Eihän siinä. Kissoja. Jumalattomasti kissoja. Hey. Used to be a kitty cat.
Steve, how's your father? Is he better?
About the same, I guess.
He's been away from work for weeks, and when I call your house, your mother won't let me talk to him.
I haven't seen him either.
This is a fine kettle of fish, I must say. Though I am glad to see you taking an interest in the business in your dad's absence.
Who are you?
Oh, Steve, I didn't want to believe that amnesia hokum. Now you're saying you don't remember your pal Pat O'Reilly?
Pat O'Reilly?
You may come to realize that this business is not for everybody. Just ask your poor, ill dad. It takes dedication and a strong stomach.
Ugh.
A lot of times, when I'm finished scrubbing up and digging the bits of intestine out from my fingernails, I must confess I don't have much appetite for red meat.
No ei ois kyllä
Red meat
mulla.
is one of the principal food groups, and you've got to have it. So when you can do this all day and help yourself to a juicy red steak afterwards, then by golly, you can call yourself a butcher.
Hyi helvetti kissoja.
Of course, amnesia would certainly help that, wouldn't it? What exactly is wrong with your dad?
I don't know.
I wouldn't worry about it too much, Steve. You should be thinking about running the family business one day. That, getting into the lodge.
Look, I'm not kidding about the amnesia. Why won't anyone believe me?
Well, you always were such a kidder, Steve.
I sure as hell don't feel like a kidder now.
You may come to real and a strong stomach.
Mä kysyisin.
A lot of times, I must, but red then by course.
Meat.
Come to think of it, I don't see any cattle around here. Where do you keep the animals?
Does it matter? The end product is all the customer cares about, Steve. And we only carry the finest meat, only the juiciest. Once you take over the business, you'll realize the importance of maintaining quality while cutting costs. We know what we're doing here, Steve. If we didn't, would the lodge use us to cater their affairs?
I'm sure it's good. Could I have us some meat to take home?
Your father's very particular about the profit, Steve. No freebies for anyone. But seeing how you're his son, if you'll bring written permission from your father, I'll give you the meat.
Huh.
There are certain tricks of the trade, Steve. Once your dad gets better and you start working in here cutting up the meat, You'll be privy to them. There's always cheaper, better ways to do
Okei, me
things.
saadaan niinku Fajalta
Creative.
nimmari, niin mä saadaan tot lihaa. Vähäk siistiä.
Don't be such a stranger, Steve. And my best to your dad.
No, mennään sitten